Chinese media asked the question, is our country preparing for war with the US? Where was the location of the battle? Next we would like to share the full text of the article with you. In recent years, the United States has used China's assistance to Cambodia in building a naval base as an excuse to hype up what they call a threat theory. Experts on the island even pointed out the location of the battle. They said that China was preparing to engage in war with the US military and clearly pointed out the so-called operational priorities. According to reports, they said that China is building a Chinese naval base in Cambodia. Our country has already responded to them and clarified this issue. China's naval base in Cambodia is only to enhance the capabilities of the Cambodian Navy and has nothing to do with any other country, since my country assisted Cambodia. The United States and other Western countries have been using this matter as a reason to hype up and suppress China. The reason why the United States does this is because they have been under the influence of colored glasses. Looking at us, they have regarded Cambodia's newly built naval base as China's military base abroad, and the battle location they mentioned is that they are worried that our country will become a potential threat to them in the Strait of Malacca. They thought that the Cambodian military base was the combat location they mentioned. However, they ignored that China has always adhered to the diplomatic concept of peaceful development. Moreover, the fundamental purpose of our country's Navy's activities on the high seas is to maintain maritime security and protect China's legitimate overseas interests. It does not have any other improper intentions. Now, as time goes by, the Cambodian base is about to be completed. A U.S. company disclosed the photos and said, the base is the same as the base in Djibouti. Therefore, the West will naturally not miss this opportunity for speculation, so the West began to spread rumors that the shape and design of the Cambodian naval base are similar to our country's naval base in Djibouti. Moreover, compared with the Djibouti naval base, the Yunyang naval base is even longer. It is said to be 335 meters long. This length is enough to dock any aircraft carrier and warship in the world. As we all know, Cambodia is a country without aircraft carriers. Therefore, for whom this length of military base is being built remains to be investigated. In this regard, once the Chinese aircraft carrier is stationed, this naval base will become a powerful strategic base for China in the possible conflict in the South China Sea. Not only that, American military experts also said, the purpose of building the Cambodian base is to strengthen the Chinese Navy's combat capabilities in the Strait of Malacca. When U.S. representatives met with the Cambodian Prime Minister before, they said that the U.S. representatives were concerned about China's presence in Cambodia's Ream base. This kind of hype is not only ridiculous but also outrageous. Could it be that just because the military bases look similar, they start to blindly and randomly judge that Yunyang Naval Base is China's overseas military base? Just because of this, we start making baseless and malicious speculations. So this statement itself is unreasonable. As the builder of the base, China is the most efficient way to adopt the previous construction drawings. Could it be that just because the shapes are similar, it can change hands at will? This is simply nonsense. Moreover, my country's assistance activities in Cambodia are open, reasonable, and in compliance with relevant international laws and practices. At the same time, whether here or elsewhere, China's overseas construction projects comply with relevant laws and principles. These projects promote local economic development and improve local livelihood issues and regional stability. China and Cambodia have made their positions clear and listed relevant evidence. Cambodia refuses to allow troops from any country to enter its territory. It is pointed out that China is participating in the construction and has no intention of conducting military activities. The comments of some experts on the island are also surprising. They claim that China is preparing for war. Later, he also claimed that he had discovered something strange. He said, the mainland is undergoing modernization reforms, but the actual combat experience is still insufficient. So the mainland needs a war, but the mainland is afraid that this war will hit the mainland. That's why we chose to build a military base in Cambodia to create the war that the mainland needs. This statement is even more ridiculous and unreliable. Our country has always advocated solving problems through communication. How could it possibly go to war with the US military regardless of the situation in order to improve its actual combat experience? Moreover, China's military modernization reform is to safeguard our own national interests, not to fight other countries, so the rumors of preparing for war with the United States are simply fantasy. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs clearly pointed out that China's assistance to Cambodia's Ream naval base is completely a normal construction cooperation project, and the cooperation between the two parties has always been transparent. The construction of the naval base is also to strengthen Cambodia's own national defense capabilities. Their navy is too weak, so they seek China to help them build Ream naval base. China and Cambodia are just partners. At the same time, local Cambodians have repeatedly stated that foreign troops are prohibited from entering military bases in Cambodia. This is also a provision in the Cambodian constitution, a constitution formulated by Cambodia itself. There is absolutely no need for Cambodia to break the law. Moreover, Cambodia has invited the United States and Western media to visit the base in an attempt to deal with negative remarks, but they don't follow this trick and are still maliciously smearing China and Cambodia. It happened that Cambodia had a general election, and the West seized the opportunity to once again smear and attack China and Cambodia. In short, Yunyang Naval Base is really not Chinese. The fact that my country is helping Cambodia build the Ream Naval Base does not have an aggressive meaning, but a project and engineering cooperation relationship. We also ask Western hegemonic countries to stop focusing on discrediting China. China will not participate in a construction project like Western countries think. I will regard this building as Chinese. If they really have the same idea, then how many things in the world must belong to China? In fact, in the face of unfounded accusations from the United States, this incident has never been the only one. This was also the case with the Renai Reef incident in the South China Sea and the nearby Taiwan Strait incident. At that time, the Philippines still accepted the embrace of the United States, so it dared to come to my country's Renai Reef in the South China Sea to continuously harass us. This has caused our country to strengthen its military power near the South China Sea. This is also the reason why the United States intervened. The Philippines itself also understands that their strength is not even slightly different from ours. Without the support of the United States, they would never have the confidence to confront China. After the Philippines incident, everyone in the United States colluded with Taiwan to deal with our country, which made people very angry and hated these enemies with evil intentions. The crisis in the Taiwan Strait is a difficult matter. Once the war starts, it may not be able to stop. If it cannot be stopped, then the people will not be able to live a stable life. Therefore, our country can only prepare for a quick and decisive battle to return Taiwan to the motherland as quickly as possible. Minimize harm and losses. The United States may also be aware of this, so it uses various insidious methods to block our country and make our country passive, and everyone understands that. The United States has discovered that in the previous Russia-Ukraine war, after the ratio of Russia's attrition to battle damage appeared, there was a serious lack of stamina. A war of attrition is a serious blow to any country in this era. If the United States wants to re-embody Russia's war of attrition on our country, then our country will lose the initiative and the initiative will fall into the hands of Western hegemons. That is to say, the current trend between Russia and Ukraine is that the United States does not want to stop. And Russia has no effective way to end this war. Once extreme methods are used, the United States will have an excuse to attack Russia. This is also a dilemma. Some people also joke that if someone defeats Biden in the US election next year, he will be elected as a new agent. Otherwise, the Russia-Ukraine conflict will continue to develop. As far as the above incidents are concerned, it's not that we don't dare to fight, it's that we can't fight, because once the fighting starts, we can't stop at all, and we will face even more troublesome things.